Welcome everyone. Previously, we discussed an overview of what is machine learning, and now, here in this video, we will take a step further and discuss the overall process of machine learning. So, we will start off this video by discussing the key steps of machine learning, and after understanding these steps, we will discuss some of the tools which are majorly utilized in this machine learning process. So, without any further delay, let's jump to the very first topic. So as discussed earlier, machine learning enable computer systems to automatically learn without explicit programming. But here the question arises that how does it work? So the answer to this question lies in the complete life cycle of machine learning process, which is divided into 7 important steps. So here on the screen you can see these 7 important steps. So the whole process started by gathering data. Once the data has been gathered, we will prepare the data, then we will select a model based upon our requirement, then we will train the model, and after training the model we will evaluate the model. After this we will use the parameter tuning, and in the last we will make prediction. But before we discuss the steps of machine learning, we need to understand the main requirement of machine learning and what issue it is going to solve. For example, we want to classify whether a glass consists wine or beer. Now to address this issue, we can build a machine learning model that can classify the content of the glass. Now to build a machine learning model, we first need to train our model, but in order to train a model, we need data, and thus the first step of machine learning is gathering data. So as discussed earlier, in machine learning, a machine initially learns from information, or we can say data, that we provide it. So it is crucial to gather trustworthy data so that your machine learning model can identify the proper pattern. Moreover, the accuracy of our model will depend upon the quality of the data that we select. Thus, selecting inaccurate or out of date data will result in irrelevant results. Now, if we discuss about data, there are different sources through which data is being collected. For example, there are various sensors. We can collect data from social media, and one huge source of data is online transactions. So there are different sources that we can use to gather data. Other than this, it is also important to understand different type of data. So generally data can be classified into two main categories: structured data, and second is unstructured data. So if I talk about structured data, basically structured data is the data that follows a predefined structure and is easy to understand. For example, the data which is in tabular format, and it also have some relationship between various rows and columns. Now the basic example related to structured data could be Excel spreadsheet and SQL databases, and each of them has structured and sortable rows and columns. Now moreover, the structured data may consist of different type of data such as numerical data, ordinal data, or time series. So let's discuss that also. So very first category is about nominal data, which is utilized to describe variables that does not hold any quantitative value. So for example, we utilize male and female to represent gender. So here male and female is nominal data. After nominal data, the another category is ordinal data, which is utilized to measure data within an order but with undetermined distances between values. For example, we cannot measure what is pleasure and what is satisfaction, what is an emotion. So values used to represent these sort of data are ordinal data. After this we have numerical data. So it is quite simple: the data that is continuous and measurable in nature, plus it is represented in number form. So for example, we want to represent salary of an employee, that will be a numerical data. Or we want to represent the age of any person, that will also be numerical data. Now in the last there is time series. So what is time series? So it is basically the collection of data points that have been indexed in time order. Now the data that has been time stamped was gathered over a period of time. So anything which is represented over the period of time or in time series is the time series data. Now after this, the next main category is unstructured data. So it is clear from its name itself. So unstructured data is the data that is either not organized in a predefined way or does not have any established data model. Unstructured data mostly includes dates, numbers, and figures, and it is often text heavy. So the example of unstructured data could be images, audio files, or video files. PDF files are also unstructured data. So with this, I hope the very first step related to machine learning process is clear to you. Now let's move to the next step. So next step after gathering the data is preparing the data. So once we gather all the required data, the next step is to prepare the data for the model, and in this step we will put together all the data in the suitable location. So once we put together all the data, first we need to combine and randomize all the data, and this will ensure the distribution of data is balanced and the learning process is unaffected by the ordering. The next step includes cleaning the data to get rid of unnecessary information, missing values, duplicate values. Here, data sets, rows, columns, or even index of rows and columns may also require some modification. So we will clean our data. Once the data cleaning has been completed, we need to visualize the data to comprehend its structure and the connections between multiple variables and classes. Now what we basically do in the last, we will split the clean data into two subsets. So very first subset is the training set, which will be utilized in training of the model, and the second set is the testing set, which will be utilized to test the accuracy of the model. So by the end of this step, what we will do, we will clean our data and we will divide it into two subsets. Very first subset is the training data and the second subset will be the testing data. Now obviously for model training, we will keep more data in our training set and we will keep less data in our testing set. Now let's move forward. So after preparing the data, the next step is selecting a model. So next we need a machine learning model which will process the gathered data and determines the result. So this step is very crucial because there are many models already available. These machine learning models are developed by various scientists and engineers that are suitable for diverse tasks. Other than this, we also need to decide if the model is best suited for our requirement. So we need to make a choice in accordance with that. So basically in this step, what we will do, we will select a model based upon our requirement. Now, after this, the most essential phase of machine learning is training a machine learning model. To detect pattern and to generate prediction, first we must feed the machine learning model with the prepared data during training. As a result, the model gains knowledge from the data to complete the given task. Moreover, the model improves its prediction over time with training. Once the training has been completed, the next phase of machine learning is to evaluate the performance of the model. And for this task, we will use the data that has never been used before, which is the testing data set. So basically, the model is already familiar with the training data, thus using the same data will result in high accuracy. So what we can do here, we can accurately measure the performance and the speed of our model using the testing dataset. Now, after evaluation the model, next we might wish to check if there is any way of improving the training of the model. So for this task in machine learning, we need to adjust the parameters, and the model parameters are the variables that are typically chosen by the programmer. Now, the accuracy of our machine learning model will be highest at some specific parameter values, and finding these values are hyperparameter tuning. Now, in the last, we are ready for prediction. So, prediction is the last stage of machine learning process, and at this point, we believe the model is prepared for the use in the real life scenario. This phase demonstrates why machine learning plays a significant role in many businesses. With this, decisions can be enhanced by sophisticated, well implemented machine learning models. Humans can only process a limited amount of information and relevant consideration before making a choice. However, the machine learning models have the capability to analyze and link massive volumes of data. So I hope with this the complete process of machine learning is clear to you. Now let's move forward and next let's discuss about machine learning tools. So for the implementation of machine learning, there are variety of softwares, platforms and tools which are available in the market. Moreover, with the increased popularity of machine learning, new tools are introduced regularly. As a result, numerous possibilities and machine learning techniques are readily available, and selecting any optimal tool for machine learning model is very difficult. So here we will discuss some of the well-known and valuable machine learning tools. So here is the list of tools that we are going to discuss. First we will discuss about TensorFlow, then we will discuss about scikit-learn, then we will discuss about PyTorch. After this, we will discuss about Colab and Jupyter Notebook, and then we will discuss about some of the cloud platforms for machine learning. So we will discuss about Azure Machine Learning Studio, then we will discuss about Amazon Machine Learning, and in the last, we will discuss about IBM Watson. So let's start with TensorFlow. So TensorFlow is a widely utilized open source library for training and creating deep learning as well as machine learning models. It enables machine learning developers and data scientists to quickly create and implement machine learning applications. Now this is an open source library which was created by Google Brain team. The TensorFlow library comes with high level Keras API which makes it simple for the new user to get started with machine learning. So after TensorFlow, the next important tool is scikit-learn. So scikit-learn is also an open source free to use Python package which is utilized for machine learning. Now it is an integrated machine learning tool that has variety of functions. Moreover, Python libraries like NumPy, Matplotlib and SciPy are the foundations upon which scikit-learn is based. Additionally, it can assist in both training as well as testing machine learning models. Now the next tool is PyTorch. So PyTorch is a machine learning framework which is developed by Facebook AI Research Labs. So it is a product by Facebook. Although PyTorch includes C++ and Python interface, the Python interface is more interactive. Plus, this framework includes Torch library which serves as its foundation. Moreover, it is an open source framework that can be applied on variety of applications including natural language processing and computer vision. Next, let's discuss about the Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Notebook is another widely utilized machine learning tool. Basically, it is an effective web application that allows us to write and share document with live code as well as equations, and we can even utilize it for visualization. Moreover, it also supports multiple programming languages like Julia, R, and Python. Hence, the name of the application is derived based upon these supported programming languages. Now, just like Jupyter Notebook, we also have Colab, which is completely cloud-based, free Python-based notebook environment. Other than this, it is also a collaborative tool where a notebook can be simultaneously modified by the whole team. This feature is exactly like we edit documents in our Office 365, and most significantly, it does not require any setup. Now, many well-known machine learning libraries are supported by Colab and are simple to load in the notebook. We will understand the use of both Jupyter Notebook and Colab further in this tutorial. Now after this, the next machine learning tool that we are going to discuss is Azure Machine Learning Studio. So Azure Machine Learning Studio is a web portal which is offered under Azure Machine Learning, which itself is a cloud-based service utilized for managing machine learning projects. This Azure Machine Learning Studio can be utilized to design, develop, and train machine learning models. Moreover, in this we can utilize machine learning designer to move data sets and continue doing analysis on them with just drag and drop option. Now just like Azure, Amazon also offers machine learning solutions. So Amazon Machine Learning is a managed service of AWS, Amazon Web Services, for creating machine learning models and making prediction. Now this service also includes an automated data transformation tool which greatly streamlines the machine learning tools for the user. Now other than this, AWS offer other full management platforms. So it offers platforms like Amazon SageMaker, which makes it simple for developer and data scientists to use machine learning models. So you can read about all of these tools from the PDF file which will be available with this video. And with this, we have come to the end of this tutorial session. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next one.